Hi, I'm Black Dragon. Welcome to Black Dragon Biker TV. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. So I was messaging back and forth with a guy who started out his questioning with, "Hey, Black Dragon, a one percenter threatened me because I was wearing a three-piece Marine Corps patch set up on my vest. And I had Marine Corps on in the center rocker and United States Marines on the top rocker and something else like that." He says, I just wanted to know if he was right. I think I'm right to wear my Marine Corps regalia on my cut. I just wanted to know if that was within MC protocol. I believe I was right. I just wanted to check with you to make sure. And I'm kind of like, check with me to make sure what? What I sometimes I don't know what you folks want from me. Like, if I were to say, "Well, absolutely, that's within MC protocol for a grown-ass man to walk up to another grown-ass man and threaten his life and safety and well-being for the clothes he has on his back. That's absolutely correct." Like, what do you do after I say something like that? Oh, it's okay for me to be disrespected, threatened, unlawful acts are okay to happen to me because Black Dragon said so. Or if I said, that's absolutely incorrect, that's not within MC protocol. Absolutely, that's not the way things are supposed to be. Would that change? Would you now run out and go stomp that guy into the mud, or call the cops on him, or shoot him, or whatever it is that you would do if Black Dragon said it wasn't okay? Like, I can't advise you guys in the man game. I can't advise you guys in what to do when somebody threatens your existence, your life, your pursuit of happiness based on their perceived idea of some sort of upper hand they have on you because they have assumed some position as a patch policer or some sort of God position or something. I can't tell you what to do if something like that happens to you. I can't tell you that's right or that's wrong. I hope you're not waiting on me to tell you or teach you how to be a freaking man. I know what I would do if somebody threatened me, but that might not be what you would do. When I started this whole MC protocol channel thing, I was trying to talk about not how to subjugate yourself or how to lay down or how not to be a man. Now, there were some of my detractors who took some of these early protocol videos and ran with it. One of the guys was that idiot named Chuck Gines. Oh, Black Dragon's against freedom in the United States and blah. Not against none of that. That was all balderdash. What I wanted to do was explain to you guys the protocol of the tribalism known as the motorcycle club world. That's it. How you operate once you've learned what some people thought. And I always told you, this is from Black Dragon's perspective. This isn't the way it is in every area, in every city. This isn't the way it is in every town or every country. I've had people call me up and say, "Well, how do I start a motorcycle club in Belarus?" I wouldn't have the slightest idea. I've never been there. These are some things that we do over here that work. If that works for you, that's incredible. But if it doesn't work for you, you have to find what works for you. Same thing with this MC protocol kind of thing. So let me kind of tell you how it works. Commonly, it is thought of in MC protocol that a vest or a cut-off jean jacket, known as a cut, or now these days people even call black vests leather vest. Even these days people call those cuts. So the idea is that a black leather vest with a patch set up on the back that denotes that you belong to a motorcycle club that has either MC or motorcycle club spelled out or MC abbreviated, is a patch that certain clubs in the motorcycle club pantheon feel as though they have the right to regulate. Theoretically, that's where it ends. Now, in some places, RCs, which are riding clubs, have now come under the auspices of this so-called regulation. And to some extent, depending on the type of riding club you are, you may find yourself having to submit, compromise, work out, agree, or some other way interact with these powers that be. We take this set of rules or set of behaviors and we lump them in this thing called MC protocol. And MC protocol is local. All MC protocol is slightly different. It's not exactly the same in Los Angeles as it is in San Diego. It's not exactly the same in San Diego as it is in Phoenix. And it might be entirely different or almost unrecognizably different in North Carolina versus California. There might be just huge differences in many of the things that are done. But some things are generally thought of as protocol. Some things that we know, like you don't mess with your old lady's wife, you don't sleep in, you don't lay your colors down on the ground, stuff like that. These are things that are typically thought of as well-known kinds of protocol. Now, there's a thing called protocol, and then there's a thing called per your call. I don't mind following protocol, but I'm never going to follow per your call. So per your call can get your teeth stomped in if it's just me and you. Now, if it's you and I'm surrounded by 15 guys, we might have to do things per your call. Really kind of depends on what's going on. So with this patching thing, you would think that a person who served their country in the Marine Corps or something like that, that person would nobody would mess with the person that they saw Marine Corps patches on his back, whether they were, and no matter what the configuration was. Some folks feel like it's their responsibility to come police up on people and bully people and push people around, and they really do that on whoever they can get away with it with. Most clubs in the world would not give a damn about your motorcycle club or motorcycle vest that you like to ride with that has all your military regalia on it. But there are some guys that just get completely frustrated, mad, upset. They're pissed off at the day. They're pissed off at the world. And they're so mad that you would have the audacity to have a three-piece patch set up because in their minds, that's set aside for a certain class of motorcycle club. They would be wrong about that since there are so many motorcycle clubs of different kinds that have three-piece patch setups. I've even seen riding clubs like that. But they see you in a bar and you got your Marine Corps stuff on, and I often say when you look like a duck and you quack like a duck, if you don't want the issues of a duck, don't look like a duck and quack like a duck. You might find yourself getting shot out the sky. So is that to say that I'm against Americanism? No, because somebody walks up to you in a bar and wants to screw with you because you want to look like an MC with your patch set up. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised that somebody walks up to you and says, you're wearing a three-piece patch, and you're wearing a three-piece patch setup, and you're looking like a motorcycle club. I don't care if it's Marine vest or not. I don't care if you're in Marines or not. You take that off or I'll kick your ass. Don't send me a message, surprised, asking me what I think about it. I think you put that on. Most of the time, you know the consequences. If you don't, you're going to find out. And I think you have to stand for whatever it is you believe in, whether it's something that's worth risking your life, freedom, happiness, whether that's a point you want to make or whether you want to take it off and walk out of the club or whether you want to have a shootout. Don't put it on me. I've tried to explain what these things are, what they mean, what they look like. I've talked about some of the situations that you could run into, some of the challenges you might face. But even if it were MC protocol, there are people that break rules all the time. They're going to do what they want to do. So if you've decided this is something you want to do, don't be, for God's sake, don't be surprised when you get exactly what it is that you're looking for, the attention that you're looking for. And when that attention is negative, what, you weren't prepared to deal with that? In the common world, nobody's going to mess with you about your Marine Corps patch, Navy patches, Air Force patches on your so-called cut. Nobody cares. Except for the one-off who's had a bad day, is being particularly an asshole, wants to show off for his buddies, wants to show off for his friends, recognizes that you're alone and you don't have a club, recognizes that you're a lone wolf, and wants to find a way to isolate, intimidate, and ostracize you, terrorize you, scare you, punk you, disrespect you, whatever the case may be. And for some people, they wouldn't care whether I said that was within the nomenclature of MC protocol or not. You disrespect some people, you challenge some people, you make some people make some people make a choice, and I've seen it happen more than one time, that the choice they made was not the choice that the bully was expecting. I've seen these guys attempt to enforce their idea of some sort of patch policing scenario on somebody and wind up in the graveyard, 10 toes up. So what I have to say is your own personal protocol is the protocol by which you live your life. And whereas everybody knows the difference between a Marine Corps, Army, Navy, Marine, Coast Guard, Department of Defense, Merchant Marine, Air Force patch on their back. Everybody knows the difference between that and a motorcycle club. People know that they're screwing with you. They know that you might not know. So you have to determine how you're going to walk in this world as a man. Even if you're wearing a patch for a motorcycle club that isn't within specifications of whatever protocol there is in that area, and somebody approaches you, you decided to put that on your back. Don't send me an email asking me, was it right? You know whether you're right or wrong. You know what you have to face in your area. So when you make a decision, be solid. Be a man and stand by the decision you've made. And if you find that you got in a little too deep, there's no dishonor in saying, "Oh yeah, hey, look, that's not good for me. I'll change it." There's no dishonor in that. There's no dishonor either in doing what you got to do. So that's what I wanted to say. As you know, for your question, as protocol would take it, as far as I know, that shouldn't be a problem. It's a Marine Corps. You're not claiming to be in an MC. You're not claiming a state. No one should be messing with you. Does that mean that no one will? Absolutely not. You can see for yourself that someone has. So how you respond to that is entirely and totally up to you. That's my 2 cents. I'd love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Being a man, being a citizen, being a responsible member of society comes with it inherent risks and inherent responsibilities. So be a good citizen and take those responsibilities those risks and your responses to them, take that under consideration and reflection. Then plot your path and go down that path for as long as it works for you. And I'll be happy to know you and ride next to you on your scooter. Well, I'm Black Dragon. Make sure to follow us, like, and subscribe. You can get us on Black Dragon Biker TV on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. And also the Dragon's Lair Motorcycle Chaos is our online podcast. You can get wherever you get your podcasts. And BikerLiberty.com, our online news magazine. Thanks for tuning in, and get skinny.